In a cozy little house at the edge of a bustling town, there lived a curious young boy named Timmy. Timmy was an adventurous soul, always seeking new stories and mysteries to explore. But what made Timmy truly special was his dearest companion, a teddy bear named Teddy. While Teddy may have appeared to be an ordinary stuffed toy, he held a magical secret: he could talk. Every night, as Timmy nestled under his soft, warm blankets, Teddy would come to life, his eyes sparkling with life. He'd clear his throat and say, "Timmy, are you ready for an adventure tonight?" Timmy's eyes would widen with excitement, and he'd nod vigorously. "Yes, Teddy. Where are we going tonight?" With a gentle smile, Teddy would respond, "Close your eyes, hold my paw, and let your imagination take you wherever you wish." And so, their nightly adventures began. One evening, Timmy and Teddy found themselves standing in front of a grand, ancient-looking wardrobe in Timmy's room. It was a wardrobe Timmy had never seen before, and it seemed to beckon to them. Timmy turned to Teddy, who wore a mischievous grin, and with a sense of wonder, they both decided to open the wardrobe's heavy wooden doors. To their astonishment, they found themselves in a snowy wonderland, surrounded by towering pine trees and glistening ice. They had entered the magical land of Frostwood, a place where winter never ended. As they ventured deeper into Frostwood, they met talking snowmen, playful polar bears, and mischievous snow fairies. One snow fairy named Flurry led them to a hidden ice castle where the Snow Queen resided. The Snow Queen, though elegant and regal, was feeling lonely and wished for friends to share her icy kingdom. Timmy and Teddy, with their warm hearts, became fast friends with the Snow Queen, and together they hosted a grand winter ball, inviting all the creatures of Frostwood. The ball was a spectacular event, with dancing snowflakes, a magical ice orchestra, and a feast of icicle delicacies. The Snow Queen's heart warmed as she watched her kingdom fill with laughter and joy. Timmy and Teddy had not only found a new friend but had also brought happiness to Frostwood. Their adventures continued each night, taking them to far-off lands, under the sea to visit talking fish, and even to the moon to meet a friendly alien named Zog. With each adventure, Timmy and Teddy learned valuable lessons about kindness, friendship, and the power of imagination. One special night, as they sailed the starry skies on a magical ship made of dreams, Timmy looked at Teddy and said, "Teddy, you're the best friend anyone could ever wish for." Teddy, with a twinkle in his eye, replied, "And you, Timmy, have a heart full of courage and wonder. With your imagination, you can go anywhere and do anything." As the years passed, Timmy and Teddy's adventures continued, but Teddy began to notice something different. He found himself spending more time resting on Timmy's bed during the day, and his voice became softer. Timmy, too, noticed the change in his beloved friend and grew concerned. One evening, when Timmy was a little older, he held Teddy close and whispered, "Teddy, are you okay?" Teddy smiled warmly, his voice a gentle whisper now. "Don't worry, Timmy. I'll always be here with you, even if I can't talk anymore. Our adventures will live on in your heart." With tears in his eyes, Timmy hugged Teddy tightly and whispered, "Thank you for all the magical adventures, Teddy. You're my best friend forever." And so, as the years passed, Timmy and Teddy's adventures may have come to an end, but their bond remained unbreakable. Teddy may not have spoken anymore, but the memories of their incredible journeys and the lessons they had learned together stayed with Timmy for a lifetime. Timmy never forgot the magic of his talking teddy bear and carried the spirit of their adventures into his adult life, where he shared his stories with children of his own, reminding them that the greatest adventures could be found in the world of imagination and the bonds of friendship. As Timmy grew older, he treasured his childhood memories of adventures with Teddy and the lessons they had learned together. He became a storyteller, sharing his magical tales with children in his town. His stories ignited the spark of imagination in young hearts and reminded them of the incredible power of friendship and the limitless possibilities of the world around them. One sunny afternoon, while Timmy was telling stories at the local park, a little girl named Sophie listened with rapt attention. She was drawn to Timmy's words and felt a special connection to the tales of adventure and friendship. After the storytelling session ended, Sophie approached Timmy and shyly asked, "Mr. Timmy, could you tell me more stories like the ones you told today?" Timmy's eyes twinkled with delight, and he said, "Of course, Sophie. How about we meet here every week, and I'll share a new story with you?" Sophie's face lit up with joy, and she eagerly agreed. And so, their weekly storytelling sessions began, with Timmy captivating Sophie's imagination with tales of magical lands, talking animals, and brave young adventurers. One day, as Timmy spun a particularly enchanting yarn about a forest filled with singing trees, Sophie's eyes gleamed with curiosity. She asked, "Mr. Timmy, did you ever go on these adventures yourself when you were a child?" Timmy smiled warmly and began to share his own childhood stories, including the magical adventures he had experienced with Teddy. Sophie was fascinated by the talking teddy bear and the incredible journeys they had shared. She couldn't help but feel a deep connection to Timmy's tales, just as Timmy had felt a connection to Teddy's magic all those years ago. As the weeks turned into months, Sophie's friendship with Timmy deepened, and she became not only a listener but also a storyteller in her own right. Together, they crafted new adventures and created a magical world filled with endless possibilities. The bond they shared mirrored the special connection between Timmy and Teddy, one built on the love of stories, imagination, and the warmth of friendship. Years passed, and Sophie grew into a talented storyteller herself, enchanting young and old alike with her tales of wonder and wisdom. She continued to visit Timmy, sharing her latest stories and reminiscing about their cherished moments together. One day, as Timmy and Sophie sat beneath the shade of a grand oak tree, Sophie looked at Timmy and said, "Mr. Timmy, your stories have brought so much joy and magic into my life. I hope I can continue your legacy and inspire others just like you did for me." Timmy patted Sophie's shoulder affectionately and replied, "I have no doubt, Sophie, that you will weave your own magical stories and inspire countless others. Just remember, the most important thing is to cherish the magic of friendship and the power of imagination." Sophie smiled, feeling a deep sense of gratitude and purpose. She carried Timmy's wisdom and the memory of Teddy's adventures with her, passing them on to new generations of storytellers and dreamers. The legacy of Timmy and Teddy, and now Sophie, continued to live on, reminding everyone that the greatest adventures could be found within the pages of a story and the bonds of friendship that connected them all. And so, the magical tales of Timmy and Teddy, now joined by Sophie's storytelling, became a timeless tradition in their town, a testament to the enduring power of imagination and the magic of shared stories. As the years went by, Timmy, Sophie, and the enchanting tales they shared became a cherished part of their town's culture. People of all ages would gather at the park to hear their stories, and the magic of friendship and imagination continued to flourish. Timmy, now a wise elder in his community, shared his stories with children who looked up to him with admiration. He passed down the lessons he had learned from Teddy about kindness, bravery, and the beauty of seeing the extraordinary in the ordinary. His wrinkled smile and twinkling eyes filled the hearts of those who listened with warmth and nostalgia. Sophie, too, had become a beloved figure in the town, known for her ability to transport listeners to far-off lands with her captivating tales. She had grown into a storyteller of great renown, and people from neighboring towns would come to hear her speak. Her stories were a testament to the enduring magic of storytelling and the profound impact it could have on people's lives. One sunny afternoon, as Timmy and Sophie prepared to tell their stories, a new face appeared in the crowd. It was a little girl with bright, curious eyes and a teddy bear tucked under her arm. Her name was Lily, and she had heard whispers of the magical stories told by Timmy and Sophie. Lily's teddy bear had been a gift from her grandmother, and she had a special bond with it. She whispered secrets to it at night and believed that it held the magic of dreams. As she listened to Timmy and Sophie's tales, she couldn't help but wonder if her teddy bear held its own enchanting secret. After the storytelling session, Lily approached Timmy and Sophie with a hopeful smile. She held out her teddy bear and said, "Mr. Timmy, Miss Sophie, do you think my teddy bear might have a magical story to share?" Timmy and Sophie exchanged a knowing glance and nodded. "Of course, Lily," Timmy said. "Why don't you come back next week, and we'll find out together?" The following week, Lily returned with her teddy bear, and the three of them sat beneath the grand oak tree. As Timmy and Sophie began to tell their stories, something extraordinary happened. Lily's teddy bear began to softly whisper in her ear. It told tales of faraway lands, brave adventures, and the magic of friendship. Lily's eyes widened with wonder as she listened to her teddy bear's tales. From that day forward, Lily's teddy bear became a beloved storyteller in its own right. It whispered enchanting stories to children at bedtime, filling their dreams with wonder and magic. The teddy bear's stories became a source of comfort and inspiration, just as Timmy and Sophie's tales had been for Lily. As the years passed, the tradition of storytelling in the town continued to thrive, with Timmy, Sophie, and Lily at the heart of it all. The magic of storytelling and the bonds of friendship transcended generations, creating a timeless legacy of wonder and imagination. And so, the enchanting tales of Timmy, Sophie, and Lily, along with the stories whispered by Lily's magical teddy bear, lived on, reminding everyone that the greatest adventures could be found in the stories we share and the bonds we create. The end, but the magic of storytelling would endure for generations to come, passed down from one storyteller to the next.